Is Minecraft a masterpiece? Definitely not. It's worst, but not as worst as this one. This movie has a poorly written script, but it was still an entertaining movie. It was funny and impressive, and I think it was mainly for the fans. The trailers were terrible, so I watched it with no expectations, and that's why the movie managed to entertain me. I was expecting this movie to be terrible, but it wasn't. The movie is still bad enough to not be a movie, but it's absurdly entertaining, which makes it fun. I think it was exactly the right formula for a game like Minecraft. So don't expect a serious plot or characters from this movie because there aren't any. It's absurdly funny. I actually laughed out loud at some of the shocking moments. It was ridiculous and somehow it worked. It's not serious at all. It's a stupid movie, but that's why it's great. It's not the shocking, life-changing movie people expect it to be. It was just a really stupid Jack Black movie that was enjoyable. You definitely have to be in the mood for stupid fun and not expect a life-changing experience to enjoy it. In short, this movie is a good stupid movie with a poorly written script. The movie remains true to the game, even though there are some minor changes. The movie progresses very smoothly. In other words, the movie manages to make itself seen. When we come to the end of the movie, the tempo never slows down, but the final battle did not meet expectations. There was potential in the movie, but they did not think much about it. They wrote the script as if children will watch it anyway, and there is no need to think much. Also, there are too many Easter eggs and details in the movie. A video will come where we will talk about these. There is also a post-credit scene at the end of the movie, so if you are going to watch the movie, you better wait for the writing to end. And now, if you are ready, let's move on to the spoiler review. But before moving on to the video, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to be informed about other videos.
A wonderland where anything you can imagine is possible.
The main purpose of the film was to give a story about Steve living in the Minecraft world, and it tells us why Steve is the only normal person living in this world. Steve was someone who had a dream of working in the mines since his childhood, and when he grows up he finds a cube that looks like a tesseract from the mine, and they pass to the Minecraft world through a mysterious portal. This cube powers the portal it meets, creating a much more intense energy. In this way they can create a bridge between the real world and the Minecraft world. In other words, they do not enter a game like in Jumanji. They go to another universe in the same world. This world is like heaven for Steve. Steve, who grew up with the dream of mining, discovered a new world where he could do this job much more fun and without any difficulty. This world is different from the real world in terms of time. A day and night cycle occurs every 20 minutes. In other words, time passes 72 times faster than in the real world. For this reason, the time Steve spent in the Minecraft universe may have caused him to age quickly, because 1 month in the real world corresponds to 72 months in the Minecraft universe. In other words, spending too much time in the Minecraft world can cause irreversible consequences in an ordinary person's life. The same thing happened in the Jumanji movie starring Jack Black. Years ago, a person who entered the game had aged in the real world because time passed very quickly in the game. However, when he returned to the real world, it was as if not much time had passed. Similarly, in this movie, although Steve thought he had spent many years in the Minecraft world, in fact a few months had passed in the real world. I think Steve, played by Jack Black, did a very good job contrary to popular belief. He is already a very good actor. He carried the whole movie himself. He is also familiar with the Minecraft universe. He used to share Minecraft videos he played with his son back in the day. So if there was someone to play this role, it would be Jack Black. Instead of giving this role to a random comedy movie actor, it was a good choice to give it to someone who played this game and was familiar with this universe. In fact, when the movie was first planned, Jack Black was going to voice a pig in this movie. And as many people expected, we would see Steve in his original form. However, this decision was abandoned over time. Instead of just making an actor like Jack Black the voice of a pig, they turned him into Steve, the lead role in the movie. Although the vast majority of people want to see Steve in his original form, I think it would be much more accurate if Steve was a real person. Also, this pig with a king's crown on its head was shown as a tribute to Technoblade, a YouTuber who was popular with his Minecraft videos. This YouTuber passed away in 2022. When Steve saw this pig, he said that he was a legend and actually made a reference to Technoblade. Normally, there would be another person in this world other than Steve, and she would be just an ordinary girl. They would try to get rid of this world with Steve. However, they changed the scenario and gave up this decision to appeal to everyone. So we never saw the development of these characters. Think about it, you join a new world and your friend gives you everything. Here Steve gives the characters everything they need. There is no exploration part of the game at this time. The characters do not develop and do not explore. We cannot feel the development of the characters. We just listen to a man who tells us everything he knows. In the movie, we see Steve go to the underworld by activating a nether portal that has been left inactive. Here we see the piglins working like crazy and making plans to dominate the earth. Their leader Malgosha was a sorcerer with a traumatic past. This character was designed to resemble Gul'dan in the Warcraft universe. In the game, piglins turn into zombies when they come to the surface. However, in the trailers, we saw the piglins on the surface without turning into zombies. The reason for this is that they can come to the surface without turning into zombies thanks to a potion prepared by Malgosha. The movie generally kept the game. However, the only point they made was to show that real-life materials can be used in this universe and create different things. After all, the laws of this world should only apply to things that belong to this world. Of course, this is my opinion, and according to some of you, it may be good for this cinematic universe. In the post-credit scene, we see that Steve's house has been emptied, and someone else has moved into his house since he disappeared for a few months. This person is Alex, and the first female character we see in the game. I mean, you understood it from the hairstyle and the color of his shirt. This shows that the second movie to come will be the story of Steve and Alex. At the end of the movie, we also learn that the villagers actually understand our language and can speak like us. I can't say that I wasn't shocked when the villager who came to the real world spoke to the woman, because no one knew this for years. This scene was also funny, and these scenes prepare the ground for the next movie. In this movie, the piglins' aim was to invade the surface world and turn it into their own world. In this way, they wanted to eliminate the sun's rays and create a world where only monsters could live. I think we will watch a story that will target the real world in the next movie. They also showed the Enderman in the movie. At the same time, while everyone's eyes were purple, we saw a Steve whose eyes looked like Herobrine. The character of Herobrine had become a legend as the white-eyed version of Steve. This was a scene where they showed that they would touch on Herobrine in the future movies. The second movie also got approval, by the way. It will definitely come. The movie was like this. It really doesn't take itself seriously at all, but it's not bad enough to not watch it like this. It's a snack movie. The visuals of the movie were nice, but the script seems to have trashed everything. In other words, these companies don't care about making movies in the best quality, but they care about their own money. That's why it doesn't offer us a very serious movie. If it were children, wouldn't understand anything from the movie. Since children make the most money, they make such a simple story. But what stories could have come out in Warden's Scary Stories could have been told. However, they don't do it so that the age limit doesn't increase. Because this time children can't watch it. Minecraft has a lot of adults. It would be good if it was a movie that we would watch. That's all my thoughts. What do you think? Was it good or bad? Don't forget to mention it in the comments. Thanks for watching up to this point. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to be informed other videos. See you in the next video.